Earlier today, NetherRealm Studios and Mortal Kombat One just released their newest trailer for Season 2, and that is Chaos Reigns. Sektor is the main focus and her gameplay in this trailer, so let's check it out and see what is going on with this second season here in Mortal Kombat 2. Oh, 1. I'm getting all confused here. Of course, there was a Mortal Kombat 2, so.
Welcome to the party, baby doll. What's your name?
Call me Sektor.
I'll call you anytime you want.
I share his vision for the Lin Kuei. We won't be bound by Liu Kang's limits.
Is your fight over land, resources?
Myself and others seek a powerful future. They and their ilk cling to an anemic past.
You and SubZero won't earn the Empress's mercy. Once said, her mind doesn't change.
We are not fighting for her mercy. We are fighting for our lives.
When I return, there will be anarchy.
Do not doubt Sektor's longing for SubZero's safe return.
We seek chaos. You defend order.
Bihan, can you hear me? Our goal is unchanged.
Finish him.
So, very, very good things here with Mortal Kombat 1. Great things to look forward to. And we're seeing here, of course, the main focus was Sektor. Cyrax wasn't in it at all. And Cyrax and Sektor, along with Noob and Conan and the T-1000 here for Terminator and Ghostface are all new characters in the expansion pack. If you decide to buy them all together, you can also get them separately. Cyrax, Sektor, and Noob are all going to be available when everything goes live. And then, of course, Ghostface, the T-1000, and Conan are going to be as special release dates, which are a surprise when that's going to be. If you pre-order, you can get these special skins here. Wedding Scorpion, Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate SubZero. Same with Ultimate MK3 Noob. And then the special design for Empress Melina. And animalities are back, and we did see Sektor's animality with the rhino, which was very, very cool there. Yeah, I like the animalities. They're really neat. So, here we are. We're going to go through it again and then sort of pick out a couple of different things so we can see going along the way.
Welcome to the party, baby doll.
Okay, so we're also going to notice that at this point, which that's a really good outfit for Johnny Cage. It looks like it's classic military outfit there for him. It looks very nice on him, and this kind of looks like something Captain America would wear there.
What's your name?
Oh, in addition to the fact that
Call me.
it looks like Scorpion's sort of getting some practice in the background there. This may be before they ruined his wedding.
Sektor.
I'll call you anytime you want.
I share his vision for the Lin Kuei. We won't be bound by Liu Kang's limits.
So we know that Liu Kang became, all powerful and everything after getting Kronika's hourglass. Okay, there's Havoc. And he wants to take control of everything.
Is there a fight over land? Resources.
Myself and others seek a powerful future. They and their ilk cling to an anemic past.
So these, we'll play through.
You and SubZero won't earn the Empress's mercy. Once said, her mind doesn't change.
We are not fighting for her mercy. We are fighting for our lives.
I like how they have Chameleon, being a good part in the story here. I think that's nice. This is Quan Chi's bad day. Jax with the assist.
When I return, there will be anarchy.
See, it's almost making me think that there's almost some sort of a possible relationship going on here with SubZero and Sektor, but she's saying it's because her views and everything is aligning with the Lin Kuei, but it's making me feel that there's more going on.
Do not doubt Sektor's longing for SubZero's safe return.
We seek chaos. You defend order.
Very elusive.
Bihan, can you hear me? Our goal is unchanged.
Oh, Baraka's bad day.
Finish him.
Okay, so you can get this if you want early, and you receive all of the extra skins and everything else. Now, the game in the update goes live on September 24th, and it's going to be on PlayStation 5, Xbox, PC, and Nintendo Switch. So, and you get the animalities and everything else. Now, they were also saying that you can get SubZero. No, I'm sorry. Scorpion's classic movie outfit, and I know you can get Scorpion's classic movie outfit as a download, in addition to reptiles. So that's something good to look forward to also. Okay, we'll go through one more time and really sort of pick it apart at this point. The graphics look absolutely fantastic. They're very smooth, very fluid, and the characters just look absolutely amazing. You know, very human-like. You know, the movement of the tassels and everything. Okay, there's Scorpion.
Welcome to the
And really, Sektor was standing, Cyrax is standing behind him, which is very, very interesting at this point, because remember, Sektor is supposed to be her superior. So we must be at the point now where she's changed alliances and is not under Sektor anymore.
Welcome to the party, baby doll. What's your name?
Call me Sektor.
I'll call you anytime you want.
I share his vision for the Lin Kuei. We won't be bound by Liu Kang's limits.
Is your fight over land?
Sonya.
Resources.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's Katana. That's
Myself
Katana.
and others seek a powerful future. They and their ilk cling to an anemic
Goro.
past.
You and SubZero won't earn the Empress's mercy. Once set, her mind doesn't change.
We are not fighting for her mercy. We are fighting for our lives.
Okay, so what we're seeing here against Quan Chi and Ermac, which are the dummies that Sektor is going to be doing her moveset against. She's going to have a bunch of classic moves, but in addition, new moves here. She's going to have a teleport punch, a flamethrower missiles, an automatic machine gun, an air gun, of course, an air launch. She's going to have all different types of juggles and abilities to get extended damage up in the air and flight. See, so there goes the missile, and that's going to help do setups, really good idea for setups at mid-range, and then she can then just try to zoom in on the confirmed, try to get a juggle off of that. There you go with another at that point an air missile there. So playing her sounds and looks like it's going to be a little bit more of a trap type of character. where, you know, she's going to have to try to set these missiles out and everything, and then try to get in and close in with the damage of that. But she has access to the guns for zoning, you know, for her fireball pressure, and she has the torch too. While all this is going on, Jax is in the background. And here he goes. And what happens is that he actually is going to take a hit. So we see the skull heading out there from Quan Chi, right? Oops, it's backwards. And here goes Jax, and he takes it and flashes white. So that's an armor on him. And then he goes in for the confirm of a grab. Right? Right there. And the crazy thing is that this is another move for him. But he took the contact of the fireball and kept going forward. There's multiple things going on with all of this, because in the last trailer that they had shown with Sonya, she had access, she's a cameo, she had access to her bicycle kick, which was not in her base kit for Mortal Kombat 1. Now, traditionally, Sonya can do bicycle kicks. She can't in Mortal Kombat 1, but they added that for her. So now everybody's hoping that there's going to be an additional move for each of the cameos in the patch, right? But it makes it interesting because now they may take one hit of damage on their armor there.
When I return, there will be anarchy.
Okay, there goes SubZero after Havoc.
Do not doubt Sektor's longing for SubZero's safe return.
We seek chaos.
Alright, so here Ermac is going, hey, you know, he's also looking to start all kinds of craziness with Havoc.
Defend order.
Interesting. You know, she has a lot of long-range moves, you know, full-screen moves, and then, of course, her zoning missiles for setups. This is very interesting, too. I'm going to be curious to see how that hover is going to work. It's very elusive. It looks like there is a little bit of a startup to it. Maybe it's kind of safer to do something like that when someone's on a hard knockdown. Yeah. Looks like he tried to do a sweep there. Yeah. Yeah, and she was right over it. She was right over that low. She went right over that low. Huh. Yeah, we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see how people utilize this. Very interesting. Then she takes off and does a mix-up. Huh. fatal blow.
Bihan, can you hear me? Our goal is unchanged.
They did a great job with the animations in this game. There you go, fatality. So what makes this interesting? In Iron Man 1 with Robert Downey Jr., they had him shoot up into space. He wanted to I think he wanted to see how far the suit could go. And he was going, and the condensation it started to collect. And it forms, in addition to how fast you're moving and how far you're going up, it creates ice. And his suit ended up getting full of ice, and then he fell, right? And what they're saying in MK1 with Sektor and her fatality, she grabbed Ermac, right? And they're shooting up, and he is also collecting full of condensation and getting more and more and more, and he's freezing, right? And then it's I think this may be a head nod to Iron Man, but I'm not sure. But it's definitely very cool. It's a very, very cool cool concept there, like literally, right? Now that's also something interesting was they had Iron Man with that visor on too. So what makes this even crazier is heading back to Earth and with rockets and things when they're trying to land. They know to try to make the ship very, very secure because of the G-force coming back down. But also it gets extremely hot. So they're burning up. They're burning up on the way back down. And then he just explodes. Now, if that would happen in real life, it would probably cause enough damage for, man. I mean, it costs a massive amount of damage. It probably costs as much damage as an atomic bomb, maybe even more. But I still, it's a very cool idea. It's very, very awesome. Very, very awesome. I think whoever came up with this one, it's a cool one. It's a cool one. And you can see like some bits of blood there, and I think those might be eyeballs. There's the rhino. Animality. Man. Very good. Animality, hey there. The music is good. The music is good. Oops. So, let's take a look. Okay, here is Katana. She is not having a good day. Now, we're seeing here that she has the homing missiles, and rockets. And we talked about when she is in her stance where she's on her jetpack and then she's able to go over lows. That's going to be very predictive. But it'll be interesting to see how it's utilized, for sure. She looks like she's going to be very, very entertaining to watch. Very entertaining to watch. Now, of course, this Sektor here. There we go. Compared to the original Sektor, came out in Mortal Kombat 3, which was in 1995. And the original Sektor is a Lin Kuei warrior who was transformed into a cyborg and supported all different sides in MK. Okay, he was all over the place. He's one of Kui Lang's most hated foes, according to villainfandom.com. He was in Mortal Kombat Armageddon and Mortal Kombat in 2011, Mortal Kombat 10, and Mortal Kombat 11. Yeah, so because he was tied to the Lin Kuei, he was basically under SubZero, and the SubZero that he was tied to, because remember, there's different dimensions of everybody at this point. So would be Kui Lang, which is the SubZero of that dimension. Now, this Sektor is an Earth Realmer, and she has access to the super suit. She is superior to Cyrax. And according to Mortal Kombat fandom, they're saying that she is a Grandmaster and, of course, has the cyber suit. Let's see here. Yeah, and for everything else, it's just a little too early to say. But and I think it's very interesting. They they're how things have adapted a little bit. They are making these exoskeletal suits. Some of them are for physical therapy purposes. Some of them are for military purposes. I mean, none of them are as advanced as this, but they are definitely working on things. And I've actually seen some. I saw an exoskeletal suit actually walk someone that was had extreme difficulty, extreme mobility issues, and it was really something to see. The technology is there, the expense is also there, unfortunately, but they are working on things. And to be honest, that walking device had come out at least 10 years ago, so This is not new. People are doing it and they're working on it and finding better advancements and things all the time. I think we could get to this point at some point, but when it's definitely going to take a little bit of time to get there. Hey there, what's up? What's up? Oh, I have it's an MK shirt. Yeah, I figured, hey, you know what, we're doing the MK trailer, so we'll get the MK shirt on there, Mortal Kombat shirt. Yeah. So, does anybody have any thoughts? Any thoughts on the new Sektor here? Of course, they didn't show anything about Cyrax at all. She was standing in allegiance with Scorpion right there. And we did see Cyrax's trailer first about 2 weeks ago or so. And we know that Sektor is not pleased with Scorpion. She's on the side with SubZero. And SubZero chases after Havoc. And I think there's a little bit of a love interest there. But, we'll have to see. It looks very exciting. It looks like it's going to be a very good story. And it looks like it's going to be a very good story. I'm excited to see. I feel bad for Scorpion. He's always having a hard time. They kill his family. Of course, this is a different timeline. But, they blow up his wedding. Oh my God, he can't get a break. He can't get a break. That's terrible. Thank you, I appreciate that. Really? That's interesting. They might. Things like that can help prevent overexertion, and at the same time it can also prevent like hyperextension. So of course braces can too, but here's an example. Either way you look at it, you could have some type of a knee brace on, and it would help your knee from basically, instead of it being straight, going overly straight. That happens sometimes with people's knees, or knee instability in general. It can help with stuff like that. They can make sure that you're always at the neutral point, right? So they are very helpful, with stuff like that. I'm sure it helps with people's backs and their arms, making sure that their arms are safe, Yeah, that's very interesting. I'll have to look that up. I'm going to look it up right now. I'm just curious to see. Cuz that's very cool. Exosuit helps retail workers lift products easier. Huh? I have not seen this. How much can the exoskeleton lift? 130 pounds. Wow. There's a question on here. It says, will the military ever use exoskeletons? Come on now. You really have to ask that question? They've been using them. They've been testing them for a long time. So the thing I'm talking about is called the Rewalk. And that came out a pretty long time ago. And I went to a convention where they had a young lady. They said, "Hey, time to put your rewalk on." She said, "Okay," and she, got in it and strapped it on her legs and, got it on her torso, and then it literally powered her right out of that chair. Boop. And then she just started motoring. It was really something to see. And I think it was about $30,000. Wow. Here, now this is 2016. Here it's saying it's 70. Let me look it up again. About 55. Some are 24. They're pre-owned though. I'm sure you can get them for less. Let me see that. What's that lifting one though? The lift suit. Lift suit price. No, that can't be right. Commercial back support exoskeleton. Yeah, that's exoskeleton for lifting. The exoskeleton lift suit by Oxevo. $3,500. Or $1,500. Wow! I heard it makes an 80-pound bag of cement feel like 5 pounds. That's crazy. Huh. That is amazing. That's really cool. Huh. Who would have thought? Wow. Very neat. Very, very, very cool. That is amazing. Well, I know that they have something that it's like a hover suit, but it works more on somehow there's like a massive water tube, and then it forces the water out so hard that you levitate. But you can only do it on top of a body of water because you need to have the water going in for it to force it out. So I almost envision it like a you know how you have a fountain? It takes the water in from the bottom and then it goes up and then it forces it out of whatever the object is. I kind of think of it that way, except that instead of it just going out, it's unbelievably pressurized, almost like a water pressure, hose type of thing. And then the force just forces you up in the air. But it's a neat concept too. It's a neat concept. Yeah. Well, very, very cool. Very, very cool. Of course, Sektor here looks very, very promising. I'm sure she's going to do great. The expansion pack, the storyline looks that it's going to be very interesting and good. And I'm going to be curious to see how it's going to go. A lot of focus of the last one was on Reptile. I have a feeling a lot of focus is going to be on Sektor trying to find SubZero, and then Scorpion just really getting rocked. Yeah, that's something. I'm happy they have Chameleon in there a little bit, you know, get a little bit of personality for her.
There will be anarchy.
Do not doubt Sektor's longing for SubZero's safe return.
Johnny Cake's he's always getting bopped one way or another.
We seek chaos. You defend order.
There's that homing missile. Because he teleported. He said, I'm out of here. It did not matter. Bam. She crosses him up. He goes for the low. She's already hovered up. That's going to be a hard read. I'll be interested to see how people. I want to see how they're going to utilize some of these things. It looks amazing. It looks amazing. Across up over there.
Bihan, can you hear me? Our goal is unchanged.
Baraka's not having a good time either.
Finish him.
It's a nice cube. Jax has a cigar ready to go. Very nice. Yeah, very good. Very good, very promising. You know, Mortal Kombat historically has done amazingly in their casual sales, amazingly in their people that like to tune in and watch and play through the story mode. And I really think that this is going to be very good numbers for them. I think it's really going to be strong numbers for them. This chapter looks very promising. Very, very good. The fact that we saw Jax and he had a bit of armor to him. He's a cameo. The cameo has armor. He has an additional move. Sonya from the last trailer had her bicycle kick. That's an additional move that she did not have. So it's a good thing to kind of guess then at that point. There's two characters with two additional with an additional move. So we're going to think that that's probably going to be standard then for the rest of the cameos. And probably they're all going to have that hit of armor on them also, which is very, very good. Sektor, Cyrax look very good. Noob Saibot also. Now they're going to be coming in on the 24th when the update goes live. Ghostface, Conan, and the T-1000 from the Terminator are all going to be when they want to announce when the surprise is going to be. The surprise date at this point. So, yeah. I part of me likes that they're kind of announcing what the special characters are, but then at the same time, I kind of want to be surprised too. I don't know. I'm a little up in the air on either side, but I know that they, basically what they're doing is that they want to really showcase the expansion pack and say, here is this expansion pack. Here is what you will be purchasing no matter what. And then they're not, hiding anything behind it. There's no special surprise character. It's this is it. And then they may have some surprise characters along the way, but it looks very good. It sold a lot. That's right. Yeah, the Marvel collection looks very good. I played it at Evo, and yeah, I'm looking to it. I'm looking to it. Yeah, I think it's a very nice bundle. It's a very nice collection for Marvel and Capcom, and yeah, and I played it and went through the menus and everything, and it was really um, well organized, well designed, and the games were good. The games were good. A nice group of games in there. Yeah. Well, I think Mortal Kombat has generally, people like the Mortal Kombat storyline. They are very entertained by it. And I think they're also entertained a lot by how far it can go because of the rating. So they can make it as violent and crazy as they want it to be because they have the accessibility to do that. And I think people really like that. I watched through the Injustice story also, and it was very good. It was very, very good. NetherRealm, Warner Brother Games, they've always done, a very good job with their storylines and everything, and they'll know what's going on with getting competition and everything going. But the story does very, very well, and it'll be interesting, especially to see how Conan and Ghostface is going to work into all of this. I can sort of see how Terminator and the T-1000. Sorry. I can sort of see how the T-1000 is going to do, but Conan and Ghostface is going to be really something to see. Really something to see. Yeah. The Kameo system. A modern Marvel vs. Capcom 1. The issue is that games, they all, for one way or another, they all have to be different. Or you can't say it's new. And they can't sell it then. Because I think there's certain requirements that have to be done to prove that you have something that you're trying to promote to receive money for that is different, right? And they'll know. They'll know. They'll know what to do. They'll know what to do. Yeah. Yeah, because I bet they're listening, they're gathering all the analytics and everything, and they're listening to the pro gamers. They're listening to the community in general. And I know they're gathering all the information and feedback. And then there's people that are, testers and, the Q&A people and the people that work on development, and everything else. And some of them are and were FGC. Some of them have been working there for many, 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 many years. And they'll know. They'll know. And I know they're hearing. I know they're hearing what's going on, and I know they see what's going on. But I bet things can get difficult, and their hands are probably tied in different ways. And to be honest, they know that they're on a development schedule for doing things a certain way, and they know that things will be adjusted a certain way later on if they can't implement it immediately, so yeah. Yeah, people love the fatalities. They love the fatalities, and they love the violence. Yeah. But here's the issue. And I try my best to tread into these conversations, honest to God, as carefully as I possibly can. I love Street Fighter and Tekken. They're great. They're great games. And they're great companies, right, that make the games. And the people that are working there are good people, But traditionally, on that casual buyer, they've always bought casually Mortal Kombat. And I think it's the violence. I think it's the story. It started with the violence. And the storyline just started to really build and grow. And the more that they were able to develop the storyline, and the better that the development in the engine became, and what the games were able to do development wise. It's with any of these games now, it's like you're in an immersive story, like TV show, movie, but I am being productive in that, and it's a big deal. People, to a certain extent, people like that. Now, don't get me wrong, there's definitely going to be moments too where somebody's going to go, you know what, I just want to sit down and watch I just want to sit down and stream something. Or I just want to sit down and watch a movie. I just want to sit down and watch Deadpool and Wolverine, And there's nothing wrong with that either. That's fine. But we're getting more into the immersive stories of anything, really. And I think these games are trying their best to capitalize on that, because that's where we're going. And the stories are so good, and the graphics are so good, and everything is just at a point now where it's so unbelievable that we can do that now. It's just very expensive. And you have to hope the companies would want to spend the expense to hope that they're going to get the return of everybody buying that, to want to take those steps to keep doing that. So that's why Terry coming out is so unbelievably important. Terry, Bison, Terry, Mai, and Elena. the season 2 pack for Street Fighter is so important. The season 2 pack for Tekken, Heihachi, coming in with Heihachi and the new story pack is so important, because they're putting all this money into it, and which is absolutely fantastic, and we're going to be entertained, and it's going to look gorgeous. It's great. They need to get a return on that money, and people to buy it and be involved, and and spend on it, basically. And it's important to do that. Arc Systems, they have a crossover with Lucy for Cyberpunk. They're bringing back some of their heavy hitters, Venom and Dizzy, to try to help, drive the sales, get the story and everything further along. They have a brand new character from their anime show. It's a big deal. And then, of course, SNK is starting with a whole new, brand new game. So, they're starting from ground zero on their end over there. But they just want to get sales because the game is brand new. All of these games are trying to do everything they can to get people to invest in it, which is fine. Now, where it gets really interesting is this. I feel you have all the casual people buying the games, right? We'll use Mortal Kombat as an example. You have a pile of people buying the game that are casual players because they want to watch all kinds of craziness and play through craziness and whatever else. They may play in the King of the Hill mode. They may play in the casual mode. They may go to the towers, and play ranked. But at the same time, they may not. Right? So then what they did was they bought the game basically for the story mode, the arcade mode, to do some of the fun adventures and things on the quests along the way. And then that's all they're interested in. That leaves the competitive players to sort of pick up the reins then, okay? Because those guys are paying for servers. They're paying for maintenance. They're paying for, updates and things to make sure that competitively the game's a good game. It's a balance of how much money are they going to put into these updates, into making sure that all these things are functioning at high value, at high levels, versus how many people are putting money in towards that. How much of a return are they getting in that investment, in spending their resources to do it? And is it being utilized enough to do that? And is it in the budget to do that? Which then the community that's in that would have to say, okay, we're all going to, buy these characters, or buy Melina's extra Empress outfit, or and all the different things that go along with it. And then you just hope that it all just keeps circulating through, because they could just say, we're only doing so many patches, we're only going to do so many stages and whatever, and then that's it, and then just sort of back off. Rather, Vega in Mortal Kombat? Pop culture in the West. Hey, what's up there? How are you? What's up? Arc System games are very niche. when Guilty Gear Strive came out, a lot of people got involved. Even I did. I got involved into Strive. I bought it I bought it before release, and I thought that I bought it so that I could have played it 3 or 4 days early, but I think that was on PlayStation and I was on PC, so I didn't get the early admittance. But it on release, Strive did well. Yeah. Some games, like the anime fighters, right? Uh, they're niche, but at the same time, that's sort of the point of them, and that's the beauty of them, right? You don't want to take something and turn it aggressively into something that it's not. I think now the company can do whatever they want. You know, that's their license. They have the ability to do anything that they want to do. But I feel at the end of the day that these companies saying, you know what, this is our lane, this is what we're looking to do, and then we're going to keep doing it, but, you know, we'll try some different things here and there to keep the games fresh, but this is our general direction. I respect that, you know, and a lot of players at the end of the day look to that sort of stability. We don't mind a different engine or different mechanics as long as it isn't too unbelievably aggressive. Now, I remember when Tekken 7 came out and we were going, whoa, this is we're upping the momentum here a little bit. Then all of a sudden Tekken 8 came out. We're like, whoa, this is an aggressive Tekken. But you know what? It still works. It's different, but that's the point. It's a new game. It's supposed to be different. It's supposed to play different. It has different, additional mechanics, additional options in it. It's supposed to play different, right? But at the same time, these companies are also trying to appeal to a larger crowd, and that crowd might be people that have a difficult time playing, so they're trying to make things more accessible. And I think that's okay, to be honest. Yeah. And I think it's okay as long as you still have high execution characters in there that can do the high execution options and then benefit from it. I think that it's okay. Modern controls in Street Fighter 6, yeah. Modern controls in 6, simple style. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of good things to look forward to for new people. They feel like they can have a chance, Hey, Solving from Mexico, fantastic Luke player, made it into Capcom Cup 10, did very well. We just saw an unbelievable Modern Ed player make it to 3rd place at the Esports World Cup, and that was he was shoot, what's his name? It was Tachikawa. Modern Ed. Bopped everybody. Did absolutely fantastically. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. And afterwards, there was a spike in modern players. And I play against modern players now, off and on, in the Battle Hub. You know? To use the classic, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You can be used to classic. There's nothing wrong with that. But the key is that the option's there if you want to use it. And I kind of feel at the end of the day, it's not necessarily about all of us anymore. It's about what can we do to entertain the mass public and get them involved, get them to have our product have a broader reach. And if that means, modern controls, fine. If that means a 3D Metro City, a walkthrough Metro City, avatars that you can personalize, things like that, then I think those are the directions, to be, inviting, basically. Yeah. Hey! That's absolutely right. I completely agree. Modern players, we just said Tachikawa, he was beating everybody. And you know what the crazy thing about modern players is this. There's no real kind of startup when you have a modern. So, you can be pressuring somebody, and then the next thing you know, you're thinking you're safe, that they're not going to do a level. They have instant levels. If you're playing against a Blanca, there's no charge time. There's no charge Blanca ball. Of course, unless they're, if you do a combo with a Blanca ball, the charge is in the combo. But what I'm saying is that, if you're thinking that you're playing against, say, a Guile, and thank you so much, Jipya. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. The timing is way different, and the way that Tachikawa was playing, we talked about this during the Esports World Cup. He would literally condition the people that he was playing against, and then in the actual final rounds, he started really utilizing the modern system, and the timings were all over the place, so that the people that he was playing against were confused as to when to expect things, because it was much faster than they thought, and then he would delay it, and then it'd be slower. He was very, very good. And then he was doing some, I don't remember specifically what, but I remember catching it when we were watching it. He was doing some other things too in game that were purposefully to throw somebody off. And what saved Kawano was Akuma's damage. That was it. And it was very close against Tachikawa. Very close. And then Zhao Hai ended up winning. Yeah. Avatars are here to stay, absolutely. 6 years Street Fighter 7 Avatar and Avatar battles. Yeah, I think so too. People think it's entertaining. They like it. They like the idea of having a little person that's like that. And you know what? and then they can sell avatar clothes and have all kinds of cool avatar stuff, and it's a win-win for everybody with that. They can try to make some money back with them. Yeah. Well, does anybody else have any more thoughts about the new Mortal Kombat season here and Sektor? You know what? This is it's actually a little bit of milk. Not a little. It's like probably about up to here. With some water heated. And then I have cinnamon in it and sugar. And it's really it's really good. It's really good. Yeah. It's different. It's sort of, imagine chocolate milk, but it's not chocolate milk. It's like cinnamon milk, right? So chocolate milk is, maybe a half a cup or a cup of milk, and then you add your water to it, or your powdered whatever that has the powdered milk in it or whatever. You just add your water, and then but I actually made this, so it's just sugar, cinnamon, the hot water, and then the milk, and that's it. Yeah, it's good. Oh, is that what it is? Turkish hot milk? I'll have to check that. Let me look that up. That's who we need in the game, is Hakan. You put Hakan in Street Fighter 6? Oh my god, he would man, can you imagine him being all oiled up and then the drive system on him? Good god, he'd be ridiculous. He might break the game, to be honest. Oh, Turkish hot milk. Oh, Turkish hot milk with cinnamon. SALEP. SALEP. Very neat. It's thicker than chai latte. I'll have to look into that. That's very cool. Glass of milk at night with some cookies. Kind of, that's there, it's it, okay. Drinking and remember you hadn't had it yet. That's right. That's very good. It's very good. I've noticed sometimes if I get a decaffeinated tea bag and I'll heat it up, I still feel as if there's caffeine in it. But if I have something that's like decaffeinated tea, but if I have something that's just straight chamomile, there's no it's not from a tea leaf, it's from the chamomile itself. It's just something different. There's no caffeine in that, so I kind of feel it's better. But or if I have, there's some of these herbal packets where it's cinnamon and clove and stuff like that. They have it like all mixed in these little bags, but there's no tea leaf in it. It doesn't get me all wound up. Yeah. Oh, Makoto. Yeah, man, Makoto would be good. Makoto would be very good in Street Fighter 6. Ooh. Yeah, she'd be very interesting. Yeah, she's a big fan favorite too. Yeah. But yeah, anything else? Anything else about MK here? I think they're heading in the right direction. It looks very good. Looks very, very good. Take, of course, the most recent DLC. there. Animalities. Yeah, that's gonna be something. Wonder if this is Melina. Melina or Baraka. I don't know. Maybe. Melina, Baraka, or Havoc. Possibly for the hyena there, right? Yeah, we'll have to see. Very good. Very, visually gorgeous. Absolutely fantastic. Fantastic game. Yeah. A lot of work put into this. A lot of work. What are the big issues with MK? One of the T's tried had Valerian in it. I've never even heard of that. I don't know. I'll have to look that up too. You guys have me all this stuff I've never even heard of. I'll have to see what that is. Issues with MK. I am not a competitive Mortal Kombat player. I watch high-level Mortal Kombat. I can play it at a very low level. I'm just being honest. I can play it at a lower level. Back in like Mortal Kombat 9, I could do better. I tried in MK10, but I couldn't ever really get my footing in it. I tried though. I don't know what the problem is, to be honest. They put a lot of work into that game. I don't know. But there are concerns. And I know that that's voiced. And there's people that, are notable and pillars and things like that have definitely probably, gave input on that would be the ones that would really know how to maybe even tweak some little things that could make it more competitive in the tournament front, right? But the issue with that is that, like I said, sometimes you're on a certain path when it comes to creating and working with these things, and then you can't deviate from that because then it's going to screw up everything else. So it's possible with this patch coming in, they could have a whole bunch of changes and things that they were looking to do that they couldn't say or do anything about because it's all upcoming information that they can't mention it, good things to come. Yeah. Now, if you look at the progression of Street Fighter V, Street Fighter V was very interesting because it started one way, and as it progressed, they added in the V reversal system, which was a very big deal. The V reversal really changed the outcome and the flow of Street Fighter V. And some of the characters in Street Fighter V were very good, and they were very good then independent on their V skill, and their V trigger was just very, very good. When they introduced the V reversal system, it helped reset the neutral of being bombarded. But in addition to that, the characters that didn't necessarily have as much behind them as some of the others had a chance. But then more time passed, and they brought in an additional V skill and an additional V trigger, and then they started royally balancing, and in the end, towards the end, Street Fighter V was quite a bit of a different game and very entertaining to watch and good to play. Very good to play. And then Street Fighter 6 came out, and it's almost as if they took all of that from Street Fighter V and went even beyond it in that direction. Street Fighter 6 had a fantastic release, and competitively, really good. Really, really good game. And same with Tekken. Same thing with Tekken. Did very well. We just spoke about Strive. Strive also. A good release. And now it's quite a few years old. It's still holding on. Still doing it. A lot of very good games. We've been very fortunate. And I know Killer Instinct is... They're gathering all their information. They're up to something. Because they're putting a lot of focus on their update and getting everything. They're getting all their information and everything in probably creating the new one. So I bet there's going to be good things happening for them too. I think fighting games is in a very good position. Very good position right now. Killer Instinct. I remember when that game came out, and at EVO, we were in the Paris casino, the Paris Ballet Casino, and we had to go up a floor, and in the ballrooms up there. And remember, back then there were very few booths, very few stands, and one of them was the Mad Catz stand, and then there was the Killer Instinct. They had a little like a tent, and then they had their setups in there. And man, it was just really something. The line was insanely long, and I think the playable characters were Saberwolf, Orchid, and Jago. And man, the hype was just crazy. And the game came out further into Street Fighter 4, and I remember a lot of Street Fighter 4 players were playing Killer Instinct too. And people were going back and forth and co-playing games, and it was a big deal. It was a very big deal. Killer Instinct did very well. Yeah. Yeah, I just, they'll know what to do. They'll know what to do. Mortal Kombat, they'll know. They'll absolutely know what to do. They're on it. They're on it. They have a beautiful game, visually beautiful and everything, and they'll know. They'll know, and it'll be good. It'll be good. Yeah. Anything else? Anything else anyone wants to sort of talk on there, or any other thoughts on MK? Hey, how are you? Did you leave me a voicemail? I went through my texts and I didn't see you said you had a message in. No. Where'd you leave it? Did you call? I didn't see a text. You called. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.